I am trapped. The locks are down. My foot is slamming the gas pedal to the floor, but the engine is dead, and they are outside. I thought they were just kids. 2 little boys lost in the desert at 2 in the morning. If I had just kept driving, if I hadn't felt sorry for them, I wouldn't be sitting here waiting for the glass to shatter. 2 hours earlier, I was making good time across the Arizona state line. 2 small silhouettes standing shoulder to shoulder on the gravel edge of the highway. Every instinct tells you to never pull over on a pitch-black desert road, but my foot eased off the accelerator anyway. They were short, maybe 10 or 12 years old, standing miles away from the nearest town. I felt a sharp twitch in my stomach, the kind of warning you usually ignore when you tell yourself you're just being paranoid. I prioritized the right thing over the safe thing. I rolled down my passenger window about an inch. As they walked into the dull red glow of my taillights, something felt wrong. They were wearing faded, oversized woolen coats, the kind you'd see in old photographs from the 1950s, and no shoes. Instantly, the air inside my cabin turned freezing. The temperature dropped so fast that every time I exhaled, a thick cloud of white fog hit the inside of the windshield. My dashboard light started flickering. The low hum of the late-night jazz station said, "Please let us in. We are very tired. We need to come inside your car." I felt this heavy, crushing pressure to comply, as if my own politeness was being used as a weapon against me. It felt like they were waiting for me to physically grant them entry before the next thing could happen. My hand hovered over the door lock. Every nerve in my body was screaming at me to throw the car into drive and peel out, but my brain felt a heavy, almost hypnotic pressure to just press the unlock button. "We can't get in unless you open it," the boy whispered. Slowly, mechanically, he tilted his head up. He looked directly at me. Where the whites and colors of his eyes should have been, there was nothing. Just 2 solid, pitch-black fades, like staring into deep, empty wells. My heart stopped. My throat closed up so tight I couldn't even gasp for air. A cold, heavy weight pinned my shoulders to the driver's seat, freezing me in place. The pretense of a stranded child was gone. Whatever was standing inches from my face had finished pretending, and I was no longer a witness. I was a target. I snapped out of the trance and slammed my foot on the gas. The car lurched forward 2 feet before the engine sputtered, choked, and died completely. The polite requests stopped. Suddenly, small, pale fists were pounding against the passenger window. Dozens of rapid, deafening strikes, hitting the glass so hard the entire frame of the car shook. "Start! Please, just start!" I yelled, twisting the ignition key over and over. The starter clicked aggressively against the dead silence of the desert. Finally, the engine roared to life. I threw it in drive and floored it, the tires kicking up a massive cloud of gravel and dust as I tore away from the shoulder. I didn't outsmart them. I didn't survive because of quick thinking. A random spark in the ignition is the only reason I made it back onto the blacktop. I drove at 90 miles an hour for 10 straight minutes. The violent static on the radio finally faded back into clear jazz. My chest stopped burning, and I could finally pull a full breath of air into my lungs. I reached up and adjusted the rearview mirror. The long stretch of highway behind me was completely empty, bathed in the dull red glow of my taillights. I let out a nervous laugh. But then, the hairs on my arms stood straight up. A distinct, freezing current of air brushed slowly against the back of my neck. From the pitch-black shadows of my own back seat, a small, flat voice whispered, "You left the back door unlocked." They didn't need me to roll down the front window. That was just a distraction. While I was staring into those